Folks, I'm so excited about this next guest. He is not from this planet. He is an extraterrestrial. You guys, Charger fans know him exactly who he is. It is Stevie Johnson. Stevie, how you doing?
Let's go. Shout out to everybody out there in SoCal. They know about the alien nation. What up, though?
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Come
there
on.
you go.
All love, though. Good to be here, man. It's good to be in this environment. You know what I'm saying? It's good that, we're able to do these type of things and connect with different people from around the world.
Yep.
Steve, what you been up to? You're here in Las Vegas, but where's home and how's life been for you?
Yeah, so we're in San Diego.
Oh, you're still there?
Yep, we living out in San Diego. Got the family out there, raising the kids. And right now, what we dove into is our mentorship. My wife and I started a business club, HBHF, Handle Biz, Have Fun, Exposure Academy nonprofit, and we provide life skills for student athletes and entrepreneurs. I feel like we've been through a lot of things going through the NFL life. And things that I learned from, things that I had to learn, now I provide that within a mini symposium style mentorship. So it's been pretty fun diving into it and helping these student athletes and entrepreneurs out.
That's awesome.
Go ahead.
No.
Sorry, I just wanted to follow up. How long has it been doing the mentoring, and any story you could share that kind of resonates with you from that?
Yeah, so officially, we've been going 3 years strong with our Exposure Academy. But we've been doing our mentorship, like it hasn't stopped since I made it out of San Francisco and got to Kentucky and doing things. We've always been mentoring, doing camps and things like that. But we kind of took it a step further in 2020 when I first got my high school coaching job. We was doing just camps and it was cool. It was cool, but I quickly realized a lot of these kids need more than just sports training, and that's where all right, let's create Exposure Academy. Let's do destination symposiums where we can talk to these kids and expose things that you can't talk about on the field during training. So we've been doing really well. We've had academies in Buffalo, academies in San Diego. We just had one in Orlando. I just flew out from. Just trying to provide again culinary skills, getting comfortable with talking to bank tellers, going into banks. And learn how to communicate with each other. So, like I said, we house different people from around the world and different players from around the world. And, we put them in the fire and make sure they get exposed to the things that they need to know for when they get involved in this later on in the future.
Fernando, you might need to sign up because that's a lot of skills I need. I got to learn that too.
That's what I was about to say. Like, I feel like when there's young athletes, especially in college, you're 19, you're 20 years old, and now they can get paid.
Yeah.
And people are some people want to be with you because they love you and everything.
Right.
Some people try and use you.
Right.
So, I think that's incredible. And can you speak a little bit more about that? Especially with what you're saying, with what you're helping with these athletes and everything.
Yeah. It's about preparing them, and I feel like with me going through certain things and going through situations, me being different and taking those losses or lessons, quote unquote, it's my duty to provide this information or these tips and resources to the next generation, because you see it a lot. You see a lot of players, they get to the league, they make it. Some of them, they either go broke or some guys go to jail. Some guys, suicide. We've seen suicide. Unfortunately, one of our guys in the Charger Nation, the boat fam, was one of those statistics. And I felt like I had to take advantage of all this information that I had, all of the, like I said, the losses, the wins, I need to take advantage of that, because there's a point where I was stuck. Like, what do I do now? When I retired, what do I do now? I used to have 20 years of my schedule being planned every day. Now I don't have nothing, and you can go into a dark spot. I figured I had to just change around and go step out into the community and get the kids ready so that they don't be in a situation where either I was or like some others that had it worse than me.
Are you still coaching?
No.
Okay.
Now, so see, I had to dive into our Exposure Academy because we couldn't do
both.
Yeah, couldn't do both, and with the Exposure Academy, I had a little more leeway and freedom to teach these kids and and have them. But the only downside to that is I only get them for a couple weeks at a time. But we end up spending a whole lifetime with each other. Like, the guys that from our first academy in 2020, we still connect with them. They've already went through a career of change. Now they're entrepreneurs, and It's like I keep going in.
No.
Entrepreneurs, a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs
Yeah.
because it sounds cool, but they don't understand. Like, there's a lot of failure that comes in being an entrepreneur, and that's what we like to expose in our academy. You're going to go through these losses. You're going to go through people that's not going to believe in what you created. But if you got something positive and you got a goal, keep going towards it, or try to evolve it. You may not have to change it or throw it out. Just try to figure out ways to evolve it, and that's what we're here for, to provide those tips and that little insight for them to keep going.
And the more the better, Stevie. Honestly, just hearing you talk kind of inspires me, because Fernando and I, we're NFL writers, but we're trying to do a little more. In today's game, you got to do, the more you can do, the better.
Indeed.
We already started. We're
Indeed.
not trying. We did it. We did a podcast and a YouTube. We're here at Super Bowl Radio Row.
Right.
But it's a 4-man team. We're like here from like 8 to 8 p.m. And the grind about the NFL, and to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
It's not a set schedule. It's not weekends off. It's like 12-hour shifts.
Exactly.
The weekends are gone. You want to go to that club or that party, you got to put in the effort. So I'm sure you preach that all the time to the kids you mentor.
Exactly. That's why it's so good that you said that, even put that out there in the air so that they can. That's all we need to do. Just spark the mind so they know it's not as easy as you think. Your mom or your dad is gonna say, "Hey, go clean up your room." Whatever, I'm not going to do nothing, rebel, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. You think it's going to be that easy, but until you really realize, like you said, the things that you got to go through and things that you got to sacrifice and give up. Maybe you might want to clean your room for right now and learn some more skills while you can, and don't go out there on your own too early. We see a lot of these kids, being a coach. Once again, like I said, that's why I dove into the Exposure Academy more than just coaching, because there's more work that need to be done than just them looking at me as a sports coach. I want them to see me as like a life coach. I want y'all to have a better life than I did. I want to expose the things I've been through so that y'all can be better. I wasted money in college instead of going to go buy a rice pot and, and making healthier food. Like, I didn't have the knowledge of it though, because I was more of a private type guy, speak on my own, et cetera, et cetera. Not speak as much, but just be on my own. But then you got to learn. You got to grow out of that if you want to really excel in this life. You need others. In a sense, you need others.
Yeah, that's awesome, Stevie. When you look back, you played for the Buffalo Bills, San Francisco, the Chargers. In Buffalo, did you ever go through a table? And
No.
2, just how wild are those fans? I love watching all those videos, and then you see a guy like Jason Kelsey over there taking shots with them and doing all that stuff. Just can you talk a little bit more about the Bills Mafia?
Absolutely, man. It's a great fan base. I think all of the teams got great fan bases in their own. But I really think Buffalo is a little different when it comes to the experience of the game day experience. Like you said, you got people from other teams coming to do bowling ball shots. Pinto Ron, my guy, he out there with the ketchup and the mustard, on top of the vans. Like we've done all of that. I haven't been through a table, and to be honest, I wasn't really a fan of the table because I don't want nobody to get hurt.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. They go do what they do out there. I'm just not gonna get involved because I don't want to really promote it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
I done seen the stories. Not the stories, but I done seen the videos where they done fell through the wrong way, hurting themselves.
They light it on fire like if they're in WWE and
they wild out there. But it's a great experience. But I think everybody should at one time go out to Buffalo and spend a game day with the Bills.
On a safer note, and also being creative, Stevie, you were known for your touchdown celebrations. Oof. And somebody was giving me a reminder of all the wild ones you were doing. Is there one that people when they stop you, I remember that one, or is there one that you like the most?
I enjoy. I like them all, so we can run it down. So my Minuteman shotgun one against the Patriots, I only did that because I was talking to my teammate, and in the middle of me talking to them, they scored a touchdown and the guns went off, and I jumped, like I scared a little bit. I was like, man, ain't nobody about to scare me. I got something for them. And it just so happened the next series, I went out there and scored, and I did the Minuteman shotgun, got in trouble for that. Why So Serious is great also. I felt like that was great because playing against Ocho Cinco and Tio, those are guys I looked up to as receivers, as players. And being able to go against them and be the Joker when they was calling themselves Batman and Robin, it was pretty special, and getting the head up on them guys. What else? I didn't.
They're
Yeah, I didn't have one. I did the Happy New Year's and I got
Yeah.
benched for it, and that would hurt my team. So I
Yeah.
hate those things, and I hate that it even had to come to that because, man, we handling business. This is not. I'm not doing nothing negative or anything like that. So I'm glad to see that the game has been a little more lenient towards celebrations and guys showing who they are.
One of the guys that when you were with the Chargers down in San Diego, one of the guys that you really gelled with, I mean, you gelled with a lot of guys, but Keenan Allen.
Yes.
Can you talk about not only Keenan Allen, but it feels like every year, and he's even said it, he feels like he's underrated, whether it's the Madden score or, oh, here are the top 10 receivers. Keenan's not on it. Can you just talk about the growth and maturation that you've seen from Keenan?
Absolutely, man. Keenan is a workhorse. He's a gamer and a workhorse at the same time. Sometimes you get guys that's gamers, but they don't want to work as hard. They're not at practice day in and day out saying, line up against me right now. And I seen that spirit in T.O. when I got to play with him in Buffalo when he came to Buffalo. He was like 36 years old or something like that, but he was the first one in the line saying, "Hey, DB, come guard me." And I see that in Keenan as a young guy. What we did in San Diego was great because he just elevated his game. The route prowess and the savviness of that. I feel like he's unguardable. I think he's one of the best, to be honest. I don't know why they probably don't give him the love because they don't see the 4-4 or 4-3 type speed. Guard him. Try to guard him. Then I believe he had 113 something catches this year, and they say he ain't. Come on now, look, the stats, the numbers don't lie, man. I feel like if the Buffalo Bills had Keenan, we'd be in a Super Bowl right now.
I love that, Keenan, he could do a little bit of everything, inside, outside,
Indeed.
great route runner, size, so a little bit of everything. But for you, just watching guys like Keenan and wide receivers, I saw Justin Jefferson walking around not too long ago. Who are some wide receivers you like to watch?
Yeah, Justin Jefferson is another great one. He played with a guy that I like, and it's Jamar Chase. They played together in college. But I seen Jamar Chase when he was in high school at the Nike one-on-one events, and I just noticed his skill set. I noticed he can come to balance, things that I would do. And I said, anybody that can come to balance like that, they got a chance. And shoot, 2 years he went to college and all this stuff. Next thing you know, he's rookie of the year. It was like, man, I knew it. Like I knew it. You have that. It's something about it. And Justin Jefferson got it also. Like all of the elite guys got it, but Jamar Chase is one that's his come to balance is like a staple for him. Justin Jefferson, he can do both. He can be a burner. He can get off the ball with technical things, but he also does the come to balance just like Devontae Adams is another one. It's a lot of guys now. Nowadays, there's a ton of them that can do it. But as young guys, Amon-Ra St. Brown was another one I seen in high school who had that come to balance type wiggle. And I call them space creators. Those are space creator types. And I think every team needs that, whether in a tight end or in one of your receivers.
Stevie, how do you see this Super Bowl going this weekend?
Yeah, so I see it as the 49ers being up late, and then Mahomes with an opportunity to be great again. And it's going to be on our defense, on the 49ers defense, to make the stop. And if they make the stop, they win. If they don't, then Mahomes done something great again. And I think that's how it's going to go.
So it's basically redemption versus legacy?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Redemption versus legacy, yeah. And this would be a heck of a legacy point for Mahomes with the team with the cards he's been dealt, It's already pretty sweet for his legacy now to even be here right now,
Yeah. Last question for me. What do you envision with, again, your former team? Jim Harbaugh now comes in. I don't know how much attention you've put to Justin Herbert, but just that combination. Are you excited about the future for the Chargers?
Yes, they got something cooking. It's cooking is right there. You know how it goes, man. You be one piece away, or you got to build the camaraderie. You got to go through those lessons, like I was speaking of earlier in life. But in the football, it's the same way. And I think y'all been through some tough games. There's been some tough, crazy games for us. But I think we're getting the pieces together. Now we got our coach, a coach that everybody's going to believe in, a coach that's going to have the locker room. There's no question about that. And then just adding more depth to the team. You guys the defense is solid. It's just about more experience and adding depth, I would say. I would say even not another receiver, but what's our guy, Johnston? Quentin Johnston.
Yeah.
I think once continuously working with Keenan, he can be a excellent threat for the Bolts. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but it's a tough division. It's a tough division for it all.
It really is.
One more for me is my last one, Steve.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know, the kids that you're mentoring or from the program, are they always, putting up your YouTube tape, your highlight tapes, and you got to show them, and how you were back in the day?
Yeah, like I never show my stuff. They always bring it up to me. But I mean, it's pretty cool to see. But most of the guys half of them don't really know about, how I got down or what I was doing. Then they have to go get on the YouTube. And I think it's cool though, because the type of person I am, I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Hey, go check out my thing." But when they check it out and they see it, it's like, "Dang, yeah, that is pretty cool that I did that."
His release was lethal.
Yeah.
His release,
Man,
your release.
And that's where it starts off. If I could teach them that, then they got an opportunity to make it in this league.
Keenan told me that's where he's like, I learned some of my release from Stevie. He mentions you from time to time about
It's love, man. And that's good for him because he's a technician and a space creator. He's a hybrid of both.
Yeah.
So when I say like a technician, think like how T.O. used to run routes, or Jerry Rice types.
Yeah.
But now he's a hybrid because he can do both. He can run either straight or he can come to balance on you and still get open. So, man, that's my favorite receiver.
There you go. Well, thank you so much to this extraterrestrial for joining us. Stevie Johnson, thank you so much. Let everybody know where they can find all this information about what you're doing right now.
For sure, man. So you can find it on YouTube, Club HBHF or Club Exposure Academy. You can also find that clubxa.org if you wanted to, go in depth. We also got like flag football teams that we host in Arizona and every in Buffalo. And that's at hbhfclub.com. That's everything that you need.
Make sure you guys check that out. Thank you so much, Stevie.
Love. Thanks for having me on.